All hail Nerd Roddick and the Fellowship. You guys rock.
Salute the Legion of Memers. That's an order.
Hi everybody, my name is Superman if he wasn't scared of green rocks, leader, creator, and founder of the Legion of Memers. And I am going to be showing you how to do mouth movements on videos or memes. It's totally up to you how you want to choose to do it. But this is mainly be focusing on video format. So just keep that in mind. And without further ado. So for this one, I chose Nerd Roddick because Gary is awesome. And he makes some of the greatest faces to be put on memes. I don't know if he does it purposefully or on accident, but either way, thank you for them, Gary. Appreciate you. All hail Nerd Roddick and the Fellowship. You guys rock.
Salute the Legion of Memers. That's an order.
Now, what you're going to want to do in the picture first is you're going to want to isolate the face that you're going to use. So remove everything, including the background, including the neckline and the shirts and anything like that. It's going to make this a lot easier for you. Some pictures are easier than others, so keep that in mind. If you have a clear background with one person in the picture, it's a lot easier to isolate. Some apps do have functions where you can isolate the face or the body or all that. I'm sure a lot of you guys are familiar with this Cutout Technology. And I really appreciate it because it makes it a lot easier to make assets. Now remember, you don't only need to stick with one app. You can use multiple apps for multiple different things. If one app doesn't work for you, go on to the next one. Don't get stuck in one place because a lot of the times the same thing happens to me, and then I get the meme out too late for the show. And nobody likes working on a meme and having it come out late. Now there are two ways you can actually make the face on the background. You can use either a green picture, and I literally mean the color green. Put the color green as the background and then put the asset, the face, over it. It'll make it a lot easier to remove the background, or you can use the clear background if you have that capability. Some people don't know how to do that, or they just don't have that capability, but having both of those really does help. For the purpose of this particular tutorial, and to give you guys the options, I will be using an app called Mug Life, which, yes, I am paying for. It was a one-time purchase, and it was relatively cheap. But there are templates in there that you can already use for free. At the end of the day, when you're making memes or videos or anything like that, and you are on a budget like me, any app that makes it easier to do what you need to do, I typically have a look at. And if it's a one-time purchase, I don't feel horrible about getting it, which is why I got Mug Life for that. They already have templates in there as well, so you don't even have to do the mouth move it yourself. I do think that if you get the premium version, you can physically do the custom mouth movements, which is pretty cool. It's just very tedious to do, and me, I don't really have a lot of patience. They come out looking like a crazy person. Now what you see is some of the free templates they have on there, and Gary looks absolutely insane. Sorry about that, Gary. But yeah, you could use a whole bunch of them, and you don't need to do anything. It's already on there. It's already prepped for you to go. Now, as you can tell, you have to custom a little bit. If you look at it, his eyes and mouth are kind of messed up. This is what I mean by getting the custom one. You can kind of fine-tune it a lot better, which is what I like. But again, if you don't have to pay for it, just do what you gotta do. And the cool thing is, as well, on Mug Life, you can extend the time as well. So this one I put in 6 seconds, and that means 6 seconds of mouth movement or face movement. As you can tell, the eyes move. Basically the whole shape of the head moves. Now the reason why I'm using this is because I'm more familiar with editing and animation I have no skill for. It is bad, man. I can't even draw a stick figure without it looking like somebody dropped it on its head. It is really bad, but you know what? We all have our own talents and skills, and that's why we have friends to be able to count on in the same space. If you need something, don't hesitate to reach out to different people who have the skill set for it, and then give them credit at the end of the video. Because collaborative projects, I find myself, are the best, because everybody's working together and it comes out to a pretty cool project typically. Option number 2, and this one I find the easiest for beginners, and I personally enjoy it a lot more, and you can fine tune it as well. It's just a bit more difficult. What you can do is go to YouTube, and when you go to YouTube, look up green screen mouth movement, and there should be a whole bunch of templates. As you can see, there are a few of them now. Typically when I search for anything that I want to use in a video, even though it's not 100%, I try and use the Creative Commons search filter, and it makes life a bit easier. You may or may not get hit, but I want to minimize as many times as we get hit, so I'm just trying to be careful. And then what you can do is you can either screen record it on your Android or your Apple or whatever kind of phone you have. There should be like a screen record function, or you can copy the URL and use a YouTube media downloader. There are quite a few online that you can use. I'm sure there are apps as well. I use one online. The only problem is with those is like sometimes they have pop-up ads, and nobody likes those. Come on, guys. And now that you have that recorded on your phone or downloaded or whatever you choose, use your video editing app. So for me, I will be using CapCut. You can use DaVinci Resolve or any of those. You just want the chroma key remover. And now that you have your video editing app open, create a new project, and then take the assets that you want to use and put it in the project. Typically I start with the main video first, and then everything else I'll put as an overlay in the end. Now for this one, because we downloaded the green screen for the mouth movement, we're going to put that as an overlay. Now as you can tell right here, I am just going through the video real quick and see how long it is. For the purposes of this tutorial, I kind of rushed, but I did end up focusing a bit more on the minute details. I sped it up a little bit just for the sake of the tutorial. Didn't want to waste your time. Now what you're going to do for the overlay video, that's the mouth moving video that we're using, we're going to want to remove the green. So what you can do on CapCut itself, you can go to Cutout, and it should have the chroma key function in there. Use that, and it'll give you a little mouse, and put it over the color green that you want to remove, and change the intensity to whatever you like. Typically I don't go overboard because then everything starts to disappear, but you can use the shadows as well to kind of help that out. Now what you're going to do as well is try and align the mouth with the shape of the mouth. So the mouth movement one kind of above where the mouth is. Now, important question. You're going to ask, Green Rocks, why are you doing all this? Why don't you just get the green screen mouth movement and just plop it on the video? The reason why I'm using the head still and then putting it on the head is because this way I can already have the preloaded asset of the mouth movement over the face, and then whenever I move it, I don't have to keep moving the mouth with the keyframes, because that is a pain in the butt. Work smart, not hard. Isn't that what they say? Now, what you're going to see is kind of more what the finished product is going to look like. It's really great that this mouth is kind of at an angle, because Gary's face is at an angle, so you're going to want to kind of match that up. And don't forget to save it, because why would you save it is because you're going to be wanting to use this on future videos probably as well. Remember to save your assets. So I hope that video helped you in some way, shape, or form. Remember, to practice and use whatever techniques I give you in whatever way will help you work better. There is no right or wrong way to do it. There's only the easy way and the hard way. So thank you guys very much for watching, and be sure to come by the Legion of Memers meme stream every Saturday at 2 p.m. Mountain Time. And if you guys like this video, obviously like it, subscribe, and to give me more ideas, to give you guys more information, put it in the comments below. Besides engagement, which is great for the YouTube algorithm, I want to know what you guys think, and I want to know what you guys want to learn, because if I don't know it, I will do my best to learn it. I've been spending a lot of time learning as much as I can, so hopefully I can save you guys some time by giving it back to you in less than a really long video that they typically have on YouTube. So thank you again, and I'll see you next time.